And we're live. This is your host, Paul Gaither. This is Madden NFL 14. It is Wednesday. At time of recording / going live, it is 10:50 a.m. my time zone. And we are in the playbooks yet again. It's a common theme. It's not the only thing we're going to do on my channel, I promise you that. We're going to get back to the franchise. We're going to get back to the games. Maybe I should just record these games coming up soon and just get out of the way because I've done so much playbook work. But here or there, I was looking at playbooks and it lists FAR as the first set of plays. And you know what? I said, we haven't talked about that here. We've talked about it in All Pro Football 2K8, but we haven't talked about it here. And I thought to myself, why don't we talk about it here? And in the All Pro Football 2K8, we saw some value. We ran many plays. I don't know how much value we really have in Madden here. I mean, I do like aspects of far and near and all of that. But let's look at the actual play count. There's only 12 here. And we have the passes. The main thing is to look at the runs, right? Also, here we have halfback seam, which is like half decent. It makes me think of Marshall Faulk going down the seam as a pass catcher. It makes me think of sending Christian McCaffrey. It makes me think of Brian Westbrook of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1 year with the 49ers. Like, having a running back that can go down the seam is really nice. And having the angle route here by the fullback, which is not exactly a Texas route, but you have that kind of angle route. You kind of have a curl flat going on with A and B, so there's some interesting ideas here. Love sipping on my coffee and milk from my tumbler. You got play action waggle, which obviously means that we need to have a run that goes with. Basic slant play. Y post. So you've got X having some action here, just breaking out, which is a very good route. You've got that Y post action with the angle by the halfback. The halfback dive. See, I don't really like how the fullback is allegedly supposed to be blocking this up. I guess maybe he's supposed to go after a backside pursuit, which we can check out. You know what? We can even add these and just like run them and see how it goes. Like cross, okay, whatever. Like we can see how that goes. The seam, the waggle. But we want to make sure that there's an actual play that this is based off of. Slants, this is just double dragon. Like, get out of here. We're already cutting the amount of plays down. And here's just another angle route. You see, when I look at Y post, you have that angle route with Y. Or sorry, with Y, with the Y button, with the H. And then you have the deep comeback. No, it's a breakout. Okay, that's interesting. Tight end curl. These are all just like independent routes. That's what I don't like about this. It's like they don't have any like conflict defenders that I've talked about many other times on my channel, and you're not just like, oh, we're gonna high-low this, or we're gonna triangle read this, or we're gonna do it. It's just like everyone's got to beat someone, and that's what I don't like about it. Like here, X can beat the man, but then we kind of have some high-low with A and Y. If they're in cover 1, we're going to win with X. But Y and A are going to be covered. If they're in cover 2, like a Tampa 2, we might have a conflict defender over the middle here. Like they're going to pull the middle third linebacker up with A, and then we get the back open underneath. So that could have some value. If we're running against a cover 3 buzz zone, that's where we get into some issues because they should be able to cover X. And the cover 3 should have the middle, like the deep middle taking away A, and the underneath routes taking away Y. Right? You should have 2 middle hooks, like yellow hooks over the like middle for Y. And we should have the deep third for A. Like we should be taken care of. It shouldn't be a good play, I don't think. Here's the sweep, which again is fine. Counter based on what? We don't have a left side run. The fullback dive, and that's it. So we don't have anything that waggle is based out of. And that's the problem. So suddenly, we rip all the plays out. Right? So we go back in, and that's pro. And then they have the tight twins. So at least now you've got like an open field for the run. And I look at everything, and X-Spot is a classic. Mesh is a classic. Bench switch, like a little high-low. That's a classic. You've got the little high-low like conflict defender. You've got the waggle, which we're going to look for a play that works with that, which I don't think we're going to have. slot corner is not exactly the mesh, but you can see how X is running across the formation and then B goes to the flag. X is running across the formation and B is going to the flag. It's just that A and the backs are doing something a little bit different. Here the backs are just splitting out, and then in mesh they're doing the same thing. So in some ways I actually think that it's better to not call mesh, because I don't like having A and Y in the same part of the field and then RB and X necessarily in the same part of the field. Like, I don't know. We can look at both, but I think slot corner is going to be better than mesh. Like, that's my prediction. Quick toss, like, who cares? We're not getting any additional help with the pool. We can see how it plays, but I don't have like a lot of confidence in this. Flats, fullback dive, curls is curls, and I don't really like that combination. It's just like a switch hook, which could be interesting in zone. Like, it's definitely like trying to be a zone beater, and A is trying to be the man beater. Counter based on what? And then there's like the pitch, but again, nothing for the waggle. There's no just like straight up like run the ball hard to the right. There is no just straight up run the ball like at an angle inside. There's a lot of like it doesn't have this or that. So what is the point? Again, like we already have X spots and meshes and all this stuff. Like what are we really gaining from this tight twins formation? And I don't think we're gaining very much. So to me, it's just another, okay, kind of cute. Kind of cute. Not really worth it. Not seeing the value. As far, and then connected to it is near. So you understand, like, hey, I'm going over all these different formations with you. We've got pro and then Y left twins. Okay? There are 12 plays here. So let's add them all. Texas. Classic play. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Slants. It's a dragon and then something by itself without anything else. Like, whatever. I don't really care. I don't really care about these curl flats when they're all by themselves and they're mirrored routes. Z option. Hey, when there's 3 choices, when he can have that little, like, quick toss, when he can flare it up. Like, this is something that you see in an actual Bill Walsh playbook. And he can also slant it up. Like, he can fade. He can... I forget the name of that. Like, the hitch? Yeah, he can hitch, he can slant, he can fade. And then you've got a curl flat on the other side, and you've got the little wheel route by... not wheel route, sorry, not wheel route. Circle route by the fullback. That's where I say curl flats. Like, hey, give me one version instead of the other. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Play action, at least this is faking the fullback run, right? Unless the fullback is technically... what is it? To the right. Right? But is that the running back underneath him, or is that the fullback and then the running back is outside? Either way, it's the inside run that they're trying to fake. Post drag. Ooh, what a special name for basically lion and like another basic boring slant. So there's where your halfback is. Yeah, so it's faking the fullback on the play action strong flow. So one of the problems with this is you don't even have a fullback leading you on like an actual run. Here you can drop back and you can see if you can just hot to A quickly, depending on how the linebackers are covering things, and you can swing out to the screen, so that could be interesting. There's the inside dive, so that's kind of interesting. The counter, though, again, what are we countering? Are we countering against what? There's no run to the right to counter. We're not faking like a pitch or whatever. Here's the fullback dive. Weak. I get it. The play action is based on the dive strong. So we have like no variable way to like mess with this. And here is X just, but it's not, it's X option, but it's not X option, it's Z option, so it's mislabeled. And again, what is the conflict here? We've kind of got a curl action weirdness going on here with A dragging towards it, which is a little bit of a mess. At least we have an inside breaking route that can go to the post, can be a dig, or can be the breakout. So because it's an option, that's like kind of nice. So that might be worth at least looking at in terms of gameplay for a few moments. And then Y left twins. So we've talked about twins in our previous video. Let's add all the plays. And there is a rollout smash. It's only a 2 receiver route combination, so I'm already worried about that. I don't think they're going to pick up the blocks very well. We have a lion with a little bit of like dragon threat in terms of like the RB with the guys. So that's like at least a little bit more interesting variation of it. Snag, that's a play I was looking for the name earlier out of Gun that I tried to show you like a few videos ago. As I said, like the Phillip Rivers kind of thing. Snag is a name. This isn't really Snag. You've got the little high-low, you've got the little catch here by A, but it's not a true snag play. I don't hate it, I don't love it. At least we're getting the fullback involved in the passing game and everything. We've got an out-breaking away play. Play action counter waggle. So do we have a counter? And then what are we countering? Again, what are we countering? What do we think we're actually running? Right, are we trying to fake like the little pitch action and then get it inside? Who are we really faking out here? Curl flat, and then they had snag. What is the real difference here? Obviously, like in snag, like the A is the little, like the inside. Actually, he's the split end, isn't he? And then you've got the, like the flanker outside of that. So you basically have like the little hitch, and then you have the go. Where here you actually have like the post and then the curl underneath. So you also have a curl flat combination, and you have something a little more interesting than snagged is. That's more interesting. Play action, and then it says read special. So you kind of basically have a flood combination, and you have like a delayed release by the tight end. So that could be like half interesting. Here's smash without the rollout, right? I think I would rather have the smash without the rollout, to be honest. Right? Texas is Texas. It's not even the real traditional Texas route, but okay, we can play. But we might be able to work with that. We might be able to see something work. We've got the classic Jerry Rice drive with the running back wheel. So you've got something interesting there. Now, post drag also has the running back wheel with a different combo. You kind of have Mills with the running back wheel and a drag under. That could be interesting. Halfback inside, halfback draw. Don't give me the draw. Don't mess with me. And the fullback dive, I believe, is there a play action we even have? Play action read special is faking that fullback dive, right? So we don't really want dive weak. And now we're at 9 plays. And we might be able to try some of this out with near. It's worth looking at. So there was near and far. And then we can get splitbacks out of the way as well. They have pro and they have slot. Those are the two options. So they have 13 plays here. We might as well add them all. Curl combo, boring, mirrored routes. Get out of here. Backs cross. I thought this was like a box release they called it. I forget the name that Walsh used to call it. I want some coffee right now. And again, you have the Mills concept with A and B and the comeback. Just to remind you, they said that splitbacks is often considered a passing formation that you're trying to run out of. The way that the backs are set up, that they're designed that they could pass, block, or get routes or whatever, and it's basically, it's not empty. The quarterback doesn't have anyone behind him, but you basically have the two backs flanking the quarterback, right? They could both pass block, they can either pass block, they can release in different directions. There's many things they can do, but it's considered a passing formation. That we're trying to be able to run out of a passing formation. Why shallow cross? Here, X is close to us, and then B goes in motion. Do we have anything else that works like that? Yes, we do. So we've got the shallow cross. We've got the mesh, so the auto motions. Any other auto motions? Like, I'm already distracted and just looking for auto motions. And I don't see any other auto motions, which doesn't mean I have to cut the plays out, but what are we doing? This is just how we get another regular old mesh. How many meshes do we need out of how many looks do we need? And like the auto tell that we're just doing this. Right. And where we're attacking. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't really see like, oh, we're going to call this pro for this specific look. So far we have backs cross. Play action slide. Well, this implies that the fullback is going to run the ball. So do we have a fullback run? Fullback belly. We do. So the play action slide at least works with that. Okay. Tight end, sail, F flat. Again, getting the fullback involved. It is sail. It's both sail and flood at the same time. So it's like a multi-part play. More Texas it is good Texas. Strong safety pressure. This is a Y option play. We've got the comeback, and we can do different routes with X that we want. It could be interesting. This slant is just boring. I mean, it's classic West Coast offense. Just, you know, 3-step drop, hit the slant. We've got the dragon and all of that. It's still just double dragon. I'm still not a big fan of it, but we can try it out. The quick outs, this is another Bill Walsh special. He's like, if they give it to you, Walsh talks about it in one of those NFL film things. It's like, it's one of those routes that if they just give it to you, take it. But this is another like lineup. This is like a huddle call, and then we're going to audible out of it if they don't give us the look that we want. We've got the regular off tackle, a draw play. It is a passing formation, so drawing out of this, I don't mind as much. And then the fullback belly. So we might end up cutting a play or two. We might cut out slants or something. We're going to check it out. But the quick outs and the slants and the Texas, like these are some classic West Coast offense plays. So I usually like 9 plays or 12 or whatever, like in the multiples of 3 or whatever, but we can see how it goes. And especially this idea of we have a passing formation that we're going to run out of. That's what we're looking at with slot. Love that coffee. Splitbacks, slot. We're going to add all of them. Play action slide implies that we're going to have a fullback run. So where is that fullback run? There it is. So we can justify slide because of that. Z option is self-explanatory. Now, inside release, just straight sluggo. B can be just a straight sluggo. It can be a circus route. He can curl back in. That's interesting. Inside release by A, inside release by X. There's some interesting looking things just on paper. That's part of the fun here, is just on paper. It's called H-back option, but we know that we've got this dagger concept with A and B. We've got the inside release. Like this looks like the circus back to the post route combination. Again, a human looking play. This looks like a fun human play to X. It looks like you can quick throw it to X. You can let X like run down the seam. You can hit X probably on the circus route. You can let it like develop at different times as you're trying to read X all by itself, and he's got all this like wonky route stuff. And if he has like a high route running thing, and the decisions you make as the quarterback. And there's like a lot of interesting things here. I don't know if the computer's going to be able to handle it very well. If you consider Y and X combination here as the dragon, it's not exactly a dragon, but it can be. And then the A, so you've got dragon lion, right? And you kind of have RB and B, like a little bit of double dragon with a lion combo slant, so it's like at least kind of interesting and fun. The circle route here by Y, kind of like that Texas kind of concept. You also have like that post corner, the Poco from X, which again, it looks like a human play. Could be interesting. The fullback dive that sets everything else up. The draw is an interesting way. Again, not a fan of these double curl flats and stuff. You've got the double circus routes, right? The inside releases and all that, but there's nothing else based on it. Usually I cut this play because usually the QB or the computer quarterback can't really handle it. Slot crosses, we can see how that goes. Z out, you've got the little whippy whip stuff with the Texas route and everything here. And then the off tackle run. So those can be interesting. There can be a couple that we cut. I definitely don't care about the curls. Like just to make it even. Not a big fan of that. And we've already looked at pro. So let's go in. Let's save that playbook. And let's see what actually works here. And let's make sure that we have at least the runs to kill to in our audibles. So I probably should have done that before backing out and saving. Let's see if they're worth any of our time, right? So we got the near. What are the runs in near? If I want to run to the left, I want that. If I want to run to the right, I have up the middle and to the right there. So those are the two kills. I don't think I'm going to kill the screen. I think I'm going to hot call screen or a huddle call screen and then kill to something else. So what would we want to kill to? If we're going to have the fullback here as the run to the right, that means this one's going to be the play action strong flow, which is what we already have set up. And then Texas is always just a classic route, right? It's a classic go-to. So I like it. Let's do that. Let's keep it like that. Near white twins left, whatever. Let's do runs. Run to the left is halfback inside. Run up the middle / to the right is fullback dive. Texas as one of our options. That's just fine with me. We might choose something else later. And the play action is the read special based off of the fullback dive. So there we go. So that's near. We're going to go for far and single back, right? Not single back. There was no far, right? We decided to look all of that, and we didn't like anything from far. So we went to Splitback Pros. That's what I was looking for. So the run to the left is going to be here. The run to the right is going to be here. The play action is going to be the play action of the run to the left. So slide is going to be fake the run to the left. And then this play, well, I mean, we've been using Texas over and over as a kill play, so why don't we just have that, right? So there we go. And then we go with slot. We want a run to the left. I would have to assume that the run to the left is going to be this fullback dive, because off tackle is clearly more to the right. The left is going to have to be that play action slide. And then the pass to the right, is there like a Texas route or something we can be consistent? It's kind of the slot Z out. And we can see how much we like those things. Z option and blah, blah, blah. Yep. So there we go. Let's save it up. Let's try it out. And take some notes. So the next phase that I've been doing, working in my copybook. Go to my playbook. And in my plays, we go near. So I pick up my microphone and I hold it here and I go to my copybook. I write the word near, pro, and our runs are HB inside, and the other run is FB dive strong, FB dive strong. Okay. Our play action is based on the FB dive strong, so I'm going to put the little equal sign and then greater than sign. It's just kind of like a type of an arrow. It's PA strong flow. Okay. And then what else? We also said that we wanted like Texas as a hot route. Not a hot route, an audible. So I'm going to put a little slash sign. I'm going to write Texas next to halfback inside. So those are like 4 plays all like packaged together. So huddle calls, I'm going to put a bullet point. I'm going to write Z option, because we want to see that. We've already talked about Texas. We're going to have HB screen as a choice. Already have those plays. And then with Z option, next to that, I'm going to put bullet point to the side, X option. So that makes all 7 plays. The package of 4 and then the package of 3 next to that on my little copybook. And then I'm going to go Y left twins. Y left twins. And our core runs are going to be, with my little bullet point, HB inside again. And below that, I'm going to write FB dive. Okay. And then we're going to write that little equal sign greater than PA read special. Read special. And then we had Texas. So after the halfback inside, I'm going to put a slash and write the Texas. Now I'm going to put the bullet points. What are the things that we're trying to check out? We want classic slants. Bill Walsh West Coast offense slant. We want curl flat. Classic curl flat. Another bullet point. The classic smash. We've already got all of these plays taken care of. Flanker drive. This was, as I'm told, because I was born in 1984, in October 84. So, I mean, like, I was literally born and then he was, like, drafted that coming 1985 draft. So I literally grew up at, like, the middle and end of Bryce's career, but I'm told, like, the drive over and over and over when they talk about videos, they say, like, you know, one of Bryce's, like, famous plays is just the drive. Like, you literally get him in motion running across the formation in space, get the ball in his hands, and his, like, if the Madden version of, like, his ball carrier vision or whatever, and his ability to be efficient with his routes and everything, is he would just get open, you know? So they said, like, you know, in motion or just regular drive would be a classic play. So, post drag. Post drag. And then those are the plays, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are all 9 plays out of near. So after that, we're going to take notes and we're going to go to Splitbacks. Let's go split backs. I'm going to put a box around near, so I know it's a formation. I'm going to put a box around split backs on my notebook. And we're going to call it Pro. And then below that, we're going to write fullback belly. So FB belly. The draw is not a part of that. We're going to do below FB belly, we're going to go off tackle. Off tackle. With fullback belly, we're going to find PA slides. We're going to do again that equal sign with then greater than and then PA slide. And we're going to look for Texas. We're going to put slash after off tackle. We're going to hit Texas. Great. So, backs cross. We're going to do a bullet point, backs cross. I have in like the PDFs of like the Bill Walsh offense, like that 1984, 1982, whatever it is. Like there's a few different playbooks like that, and they talk about that. I think they call it box out or something. Like he has a name like that for the backs cross, like a box release or whatever. So they stay true to that. We're gonna have tight end sail F flat. So sail is a classic route combination. Title, TE, sail F flat. F flat. Another bullet point. SS pressure. Pressure. Okay. Slants again, classic play. Quick outs. So I'm going to do a new set of bullet points. We're going to say quick outs. And halfback draw, right? H, B, draw. Okay. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's exactly how many plays we have here. Then we're going to go to, I'm going to have a thing that says slot as the variation. And our inside run should be FB dive. So bullet point FB dive. And below that, I'm going to write off tackle. Next to fullback dive, the equal sign and then the arrow is PA slide. PA slide. And we should have a Texas of some kind. Of any kind of Texas, what was I going to go for? I was probably going slot Z out. Slot Z out. Okay. What are my next bullet points here? We've got Z option. Below Z option, we got HB option. Option routes. Slants is a classic play. Yet again. I know that there are other classic plays, but we're going to put WR corners. Okay, and then we're going to come back down here and go slot post. Slot post. We're going to add HB draw. Try to steal yards that way. We're going to do wide receiver, WR corners. Slot post, we also are going to have slot cross. Slot Z out, we already have. So that's good. So our box of 4 plays, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How do I have 12 and 11? What play am I repeating? PA slide, Z option, halfback option, slants, slot post, fullback dive, halfback draw, wide receiver corners. That's where I have it. I have wide receiver corners twice. That's how I have it. So now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There you go. I wrote wide receiver corners twice on the paper in 2 different spots. Okay. So what does that tell me? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37 plays. I've added 37 plays to my playbook. If we use all of those between the 20s, like if you have 60 plays on offense, on average, and we've got 37 plays that we've called. So we can call everything twice and not even have time to call everything twice. So another step, another stage in this development is what else do I want to do in terms of notes for alignment? That's going to be important. So my playbook with near pro, we should be able to have near pro, we can say left hash motion split end S split end. I can do SE, but I'm gonna write split end all the way. Tight / nasty. right? And then we can flip. And it says /flip. Right hash. RT hash. Okay. Y left twins is literally designed to be Y left twins. So we say left hash. LEFT hash. /flip. RT hash. Shouldn't need any motions. Should just be self-defined. And then Splitbacks. Pro should be the same thing. Should be left hash split end motion nasty /flip RT hash. And slot should be more of the same. So left hash split end motion nasty flip RT hash. So those are my modifications there. All right, time to back out. And time to go into practice mode and check out any packages that we're interested in. Click practice. Jags, Giants, whatever, I don't care. It's always helpful to know if you have any cool packages that you like. Oh, I like switching to split dual halfbacks or tight end in the slot, or I don't know. We've talked about this. I've shown in a couple of my videos where my Xbox crashed from the Bill Walsh playbook about substitutions, right? So on paper, we like these plays. Then we're going to see what we like in packages. And then we're going to see if we actually truly like these plays in general. So we've got normal, wide receiver swap. Let's go in here. So practice options. No. Game options. Depth chart. Because we don't have MJD. And I want Robinson here. What are we going to really see? We're going to have wide receiver swap, which is just generic vanilla. Like, yeah, that's a thing. Running back swap just has the fullback swap. Yeah, we all know that in the spell, just to, like, get in there. Dual halfback. Are we going to be interested in dual halfback? Halfback wide out. But the thing is, it wasn't like swapping, like putting a wide receiver in at, like, a running back position. But I kind of have it if I've got shoelaces, because Denard Robinson is kind of a, like, he played quarterback, and I don't have any good halfback passes. That's one of the things that sucks, is I really wanted to have a halfback pass where you could take advantage of a 66 something throwing power, accuracy, whatever. So one of the things that I kind of wanted to see and use is have him be versatile in that way. And I'm just not seeing it in any of these playbooks. Like, the only one that had was under regular I formation, and then he was getting, like, sacked immediately. So we couldn't even take advantage of that cool trick play, that feature. But Robinson, as I've talked about in my other videos, basically I like having him being a versatile player. Like, he's not the key to my entire franchise, but if I'm going to build this team out of a lot of, like, drafting and scouting, that means I'm not really building them out of real-life players. Like, there's some real-life players on the team that we're happy with, but I would say rookie Denard Robinson has got to be on the list of, like, young players that we're happy to have multiple years in our season and see him develop, if at all possible, right? So getting him involved. So having him with halfback wide out could be interesting because it puts him in the Texas position. It puts him in the screen position. It puts him in those like little squirrely routes. Lets him run the ball. Like, it could be interesting. So we can make a note of near pro. And let's go here to my copybook. And we're going to make like a little side dash and above line HB wideout. And specifically because Bill Walsh talks about putting the halfback at wideout, even then it would still be more of an issue of having Robinson out there, but whatever. But having Forsett out there, I don't know what of a route runner and pass catcher he is. Backup quarterback, we don't care in the normal. So we could also just do spell, like HB spell. I'm going to put slash after halfback wideout, and I'm just going to put HB spell as a feature. Wide twins left. Halfback sub, yeah, it's just like instead of spell, they're calling it sub. Backup quarterback, running back swap, twin running backs, yeah, whatever. Twin running back swap, that's all like same old, same old. Tight end slot, that is a package there. You could have the double tight ends, kind of like a jumbo thing. So with this one, we could put a little note, and we could write TE slot, TE slot as a feature. So you're like in a 22 personnel, but you're splitting like one guy out wide. Tight end wide out. Oh, that's nice. So we can put TE wide out as another form that's interesting that we don't get from other formations. Okay, cool. So you can be in either position. That's kind of cool. And then we're going to go to splitbacks. Wide receiver swap, running back swap, spell halfback, dual halfback, tight end wide out. It's the same thing. So we can do the tight end wide out, the dual halfback swap, backup QB, all that. Okay, so the one that's interesting is split pro tight end wide out. So split backs, and then let's do parentheses TE wide out as a formation. And then out of slot, they've got dual backs, wide receiver swap, strong slot, H-back slot, stack strong. Well, okay, so there's a few things here. Okay. Let's go back to normal. Dual halfbacks are boring. Wide receiver swaps, whatever. Strong slot, like you're just rotating around who's standing where. The halfback slot. Okay, so for slot, we have, I'll do my parentheses, HB slot. Got it. What is stack strong? I just see like the regular halfback or whatever. Oh, it's the two wide receivers. Yeah, that's fine. That's just rotating the wide receivers around, so you're stacking both of the two best receivers and you're putting your third receiver out wide. Okay, whatever. Spell the halfback, tight end slot. So we can put that TE slot. So it looks like you're coming out in 21 personnel, but you're out in the slot. TE backfield. Okay. Instead of the fullback. So it looks like you're in kind of like the single back personnel, like 11 personnel. So TE backfield. We can do that. TE backfield. That's not a feature in the other ones. That makes it special. Dual halfback swap, running back swap, backup quarterback, and normal. Okay, so we've made the notes of the extra variations. So that also lets you call the same play, but with a different alignment and different personnel grouping. You're just simply taking advantage of, hey, look, we're running the same play, but we give them a different personnel grouping. But we're lining up like this, and we're just getting the ball to different guys in different spaces, right? Okay, so those are all notes. And now we're going to go quit practice. We've got our notes. And now it's game time. No, not to play our franchise, but to literally play a game. Let's go continue playing. Play now. And we're going to do, maybe we do Broncos. Right? With, let's do something like Broncos Raiders. And have the Sheriff, Peyton Manning. We've worked with Drew Brees. We've worked with Tom Brady. Now let's work with the Sheriff. Let's see if the Sheriff can operate this offense. Again, I know what real-life Peyton Manning could do, obviously, but we're going to give Peyton, it's Peyton Manning. Now listen here, Eli. I know that's like cartoonish. That's the fun of like some impersonations. Like they sound spot on. No, is he right next to you? And then there's impersonations that are like cartoonish, right? Now, hey Bill, I got a question for you right here. Is this the kind of situation? I'm looking for a timeout here. Manning as like an entertainer. He's such a good entertainer. Let's receive. Okay, kick return middle. We're going to just start with that near pro stuff. And because of our audibles, we're just going to go Z option, X option, HB screen, and then we've got the various kills. So here comes Peyton Manning. Near pro. Z option is the first one on my list, which is like way down here. And we don't need to send anyone in motion. If anything, we're kind of actually going to flip because we're a little bit to the right of that area. DT, Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace, buddy. Peyton drops back, hits his final step, looks, a little panicky, doesn't really know what the hell he's doing. So, we're going to go instant replay, hit the drop. DT is basically kind of open and covered by three guys at the same time, if that makes any sense. I think Peyton could lead this pass to the right and drop it in there, but he doesn't like it. Then we've got this whole kind of curl flatty, like, look, and they've got a triangle of defenders like taking it away. So you can definitely see like the path of the ball is definitely obstructed and he's just going to get hit right away. So you can see he's kind of buying time for the back to get open, and then he does that weird like little wonky animation. So we're going to make a note here on our copybook. I'm going to say covered well. Wonky animation. Wonky. So that's with X option. And I'm putting parentheses around that specific play in my notes. And we're also going to make a note that that was when it was flipped. So, we need to go to another play. We might do a little halfback screen. Try to pick up some yards on the HB screen. Wow, what do we have here? We don't even have a fullback, do we? Number 85 is our fullback. Virgil Green. Yeah, he's really a tight end. They don't have a true fullback here, so they just make the tight end a fullback. Julius Thomas, Orange Julius Thomas. Right. So we're going to go halfback screen. Is this a good look? Can he get it off? Can he read it well? We're going to just drop it back. Let it flip out to no-show Moreno. and get 1 whole yard. And as we look at it, we drop back. He gets it out quick. That's kind of the point here. We go 1, 2, 3-step drop. We kind of want to see, is this like wide open over the middle as a human? Like, no, he didn't miss it. We're just flipping it out. And we get our tackle out blocking for us. We also don't want an illegal man downfield. And then we're basically asking no-show Moreno to break a tackle against a corner, and he doesn't. And we're now looking at 3rd and 9, and we're going to need a completely different play. And let's go here. Let's go flip. Let's go classic West Coast offense slants. This might not be the best situation, but also it's a quick read, a quick decision. You got Lion. That's what you have, Peyton. Not giving you a lot of choices or complexity. Just giving you slants, make the read, make the throw. And there you go. And there we are, 4th and 1. And don't worry about it, Peyton, because we're going for it whether we make it or not. We're going to I formation Holt. And we're going to go here with tight end Poco. I trust you to be able to throw the football. And then we're just going to halfback ISO this right up the gut. And we move the chains and we retain possession of the football. And we're also going to make our little mental note, our side note, Y left twins slants. We're going to put a check mark because we hit that play. It worked. So since we've run it, we check it off. We go back to iPro near, and we're going to go with Z option. So there is Z option. They're off the ball, so he could even take that little quick hitch if he wants. We got a little curl flat combo and everything. And let's snap it, Peyton. He's a little confused. He can operate it. He did get the 7-yard pass completion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-step drop, ready to throw. The decision made by Decker. I mean, I can understand why he didn't run the hitch, because that's going to be covered up well. So he like splits the defenders here, and he kind of draws some attention. So he's decided to run that route combination. You can see, hopefully, why I don't like curl flat as a combination in a lot of cases, because it often just gets covered up. And if you're running double curl flats, like the curls play, you're just doing this on both sides of the field and nobody gets open. At least here, it's just one choice of a play combination. And then here, Peyton gets it in now. To the credit, he's using his body as a way to protect the football from the defender and taking a hit, as a running back should be able to, and we get a completion. So I'm going to give that a check mark, like he can use it, but still not a big fan. I'm going to give it the little wiggly lines that we use for like the so-so approximation, right? They're not equal sign, but they're the wiggly lines. I can't remember the name of the term for that right now, but I think you know what I'm talking about. And on our list, we need regular. We've done halfback screen as well. So halfback screen, I'm going to cross it out with one line. It works. Not a big fan of it right now. And while we're on pause, I think I'm going to try, because we're on this right hash, I'm going to go with Texas, which is one of our audible plays. We're going to flip, and we're going to go Texas. Pro, flip, Texas. And we're okay with running the ball here. But they're boxing up cover 0 or whatever, so we're still happy to actually pass this ball. Right? Peyton drops back, he looks, and he throws a pick. There's a penalty that's going to keep the drive alive, but while they go through that whole motion, I'm going to say INT. And it's not that Peyton can't throw interceptions, but if Peyton Manning can't operate this play and find the right target, like if Chad Henne throws a pick, I'm like, okay, it was Chad Henne. But Peyton's throwing picks. Peyton, especially when you've got this wide open, that's what I don't like. As a human, you're dropping back. You've got that single coverage. And as real-life Manning, I'm sure he's going to hit this step, flip his hips, and throw it to X and, like, dart it in there. And in the video game form, he's just forcing it here. So Peyton. Now we're going to go with the X option.
To me, this is a bad call.
We're a little bit left in the hash. So we saw the option earlier. We're tightening the splits. Off target. Did I pick Z option last time? I think I picked Z option last time when I made my notes. I'll draw an arrow. I'm going to hit decline. I'm going to have more downs. And then I'm going to put accuracy. I think it was Z option. Maybe if you're shouting at me like, Paul, you ran Z option, not X option. Yeah, I think that's what I ran like in my first play. And I made the note under X option. So let's take a look at what happens here. Obviously, there's the accuracy issue. He drops back to throw. And you have the inside release. I think this is the first time we've actually run this play. And there's the accuracy issue, but also the animation. Look at this. Watch as he like runs in place a little bit, like runs in sand. I'm just letting it run, and then watch here. Like he doesn't get like that burst, and that makes the difference of the ball placement. Like he doesn't run hard or like smooth, like boom. He gets like little choppy, running in quicksand. It doesn't get to where he's supposed to be. So I don't think that's the accuracy. I think it's the route running. I think they do DT dirty there. And the ball falls incomplete, but he read it properly. But there's an animation problem.
That late hit will cost his team 15. A lot of times
so we're going to go back here to Z option.
Late hit, it's worthy of 15 yards.
We had a so-so, and we also had the notes. Yeah, I think that's what it was, Z option, because remember, DT ran straight up the field, so it was Z option. So this is going to be our third time on the same drive running Z option, but not flipped. He's looking, and he doesn't really have anywhere to go, and I don't care that he catches it. That's really good, like, improvisation. That's a really good improvisation. But as just a default play, ready to throw, like, we don't have anything. Like, they just improvised with their talent and the arm and the accuracy. Yeah, I don't think it was a Peyton Manning accuracy thing. I think DT got messed up with the animation. And it's still just like a perfect Peyton throw. Peyton! Right? But I think I'm crossing Z option off this list. I don't like what I see so far here. So if I'm crossing screen and option out, then what are we doing? We're just doing X option with Texas and all of that. Are we even using Pro anymore? We got it on the other hash. So let's go with Texas. He threw a pick the first time. I made the note in the wrong Texas thing. I made it for the Y left twins. INT. Scratch it out under the other one for Y left twins. So, second time running Texas on this drive. Drops back. It's still not good. It's a good human play. Doesn't look like a good computer play out of this formation. Drops back, calls the attention. You've got to let him cross it up to get the ball to him. So we've got a pick, and we've got that, and he's just forcing it to the guy. So I'm striking out near Pro, and that leaves us like nothing. I don't care about the runs and the play action and all that. If I'm just scratching out Z option, I'm scratching out screen, I'm scratching out Texas. I don't care if X option is a great play. I'm scratching out near pro. I'm just going to scribble all of near pro out. Okay, let's go Y left twins. We're flipping. We've already seen that. We're going to go play action, read special. And if not, we can just hand it off. They are in too high. So let's go with the fullback dive that sets it up. Let's see how well Green runs with the football in his hands. 3rd and 7. Flip it up again. On 3rd down, we've already called a slant, so we don't want to be so predictable. And we're going to go with a post drag because we've run Texas like 2 or 3 times today. So we don't want to run Texas as a combination again.
That last play was a run.
And let's see how they handle it. Peyton drops back. Hits the drag to Orange Julius Thomas. And it works.
It just gives you confidence that what you're doing is going to work today. Let's see if they can take advantage of that and take it on down.
So that was Y left twins post drag. Post drag, we're putting a check mark. Peyton ran it correctly. Now we're going here. We're going to check out read special since we haven't run it yet. We've called it, but we haven't actually operated it. And now we're willing to do it because they're boxing up. Just hand it off to the fullback, and oops, got you, bitch. It's a throw. And whether or not he keeps his feet in bounds, it says he does. I don't know if he does. It works. He stays in bounds. He reads it. It functions. They're saying he got it. We'll see if they challenge it. 1st and goal from the 5. I think we just want regular old slants. Yeah, I would challenge that too. I don't think he was able to drag the toes. It says he did. So again, we're going to flip. These other routes go too deep, so it can be a bit predictable. We can do flanker drive. That's not bad. Flanker drive's not bad, right? We go to the back corner of the end zone. We can go back line of the end zone with Thomas. We can swing out. We can drag. We've got many options that can get us in the end zone from here. And we can spread out the field and make the most use out of what we've got. Peyton dropping back. Throwing a pick. That doesn't mean we're completely killing the play because he didn't have maximum space. Right? Like this route, if you've got more football field, you'd be able to like throw it out ahead of your guy. But we run out of football field, so I'm not going to completely obliterate him. I'm going to say that this could easily be on me for the play call and not getting the best advantage out of it. So I'm going to leave that alone. Let's go super sim. Change of possession. Let's come on out. Let's call ourselves a Texas route. Let's flip the play so the wide receivers are to that side.
First down here.
Just a good old Texas. He's really forcing it. Let's flip. Let's go with regular old slants, and let's take a look at that play. Texas, it's nice to throw to that route, but it seems like he's forcing it when, like, the wide open routes are there. Like the break, like you've got something, and he's just like, Texas equals I throw the angle route. I don't know if EA put, like, code in, like, you need to do this. You were not doing it, and now you need to do it. I don't know if that's something that EA was doing.
Second down.
Little 3-step drop, little throw into a tight window. Still works, it's just didn't work like we wanted it to. And now we can do that flanker drive again that we threw the pick on. We can give it a proper look.
After the incomplete pass, it's
On paper,
down.
I like the various alternatives in the reads here.
Looks to his left.
We got the first down. See, I didn't want to cross it out. I think flanker drive has a lot of possibilities. And Peyton's not just throwing it to one guy. So we've got Texas, we've got post drag. I've seen post drag already. Smash. Alright guys, we're going to call smash.
And in the stands, as all of October, we'll be seeing this for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. Manning's going to throw once again on this down.
Oh, that one worked. That was an easy route and completion. Doesn't mean it's always going to work. We got at least one check mark there. We got a flip. Curl flat.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here.
That one worked. And DT, let's go! Let's go, DT! RIP for DT, we love it. Let's go. In honor of DT in the end zone, let's go, baby. Shed a tear, pour out the 40. Let's go, coach. DT, walk-off touchdown in the playoffs against the Steelers. Let's go. Break a tackle, stiff arm. You don't want none of me. Those 88s, those double 8s, baby. Go on, get it. Kick off, change of possession. The Raiders drive, incomplete pass on 4th and 3. They go for it, huh? So I don't know where we are. Curl flat, flanker drive, smash. Let's do post drag. We've done post drag once. I think we've done slants twice, and I just didn't put a second check mark.
First down here.
Dropping back. Hey, post drag gets a second check mark.
When you're a quarterback throwing against zone defenses, look for
Flip.
the open space. That's what he did
Play
that
action
time.
read
He
special
found it,
away.
and the receiver ran in there and made the catch.
Yeah, let's just hand this ball off up the middle. Oops, got you, bitch. It was fine. Gonna give it a second check mark. We're gonna let this kind of play out a little bit. No, not my game plan. By formation, near like that. Already seen slants a few times. Let's look at Texas out of this formation for the second time. All right. Dropping back. He's just forcing it. He's not even looking at anything else. Now, maybe there was nothing to look at here, but to me, I love Texas as a classic play, but I don't like it here. Like, he's wide open. He's wide open. Like, he's forcing the Texas play. Like, I have to kill it. It's a good human play. If you're playing and you want to run it, it's a good play. It's getting wide ass open. Like, almost a money guaranteed play for you as a user. The computer just doesn't know how to run it. Right? Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to Super Sim. I'm going to go to next play. And I'm going to let the computer run these plays because I have to use the bathroom. And I'm going to take the controller with me. And I hope there isn't an interception or a fumble and I lose time. But we're going to let the game continue running where they have to pick the plays on defense. And I'll be back.
Now on first down. And Jennings handed the football. And the offense here in this one will be looking to put points on the board in bunches. This starting lineup is brought to you by Snickers. Hungry for victory? Snickers satisfies. decked out in a lot of pink, and we see pink throughout the building. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. 2nd down and 7. And Jennings taking the handoff. Von Miller, this is his 3rd year in the league, and he's had back-to-back great seasons.
Von Miller, Jim, I think, is the fastest linebacker in the NFL, and he uses that speed. That's the big reason why he gets the sacks as a pass rusher. His speed, along with the crowd noise at home, that's tough to stop.
Third down on the way. Tight ends in motion here. Looking across the middle. Wow, he has it.
Sometimes the receiver just has to make a great catch. That's what happened on that play.
And I'm back, and it's just in time for the punt. Yeah, let's go punt block.
The punter awaits the snap. Wants to give it a go here. Gains 9.
Okay, so going back to near Y left, fullback dive.
Offense lines
They're
up
split
here.
out. Let's just
1st and
run it
10.
right up the gut. Let's go.
Tackle down, right around
Fullback can just pick up 9 yards like that.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good
It's a play that
situation
functions.
for a good, positive run.
And we want to see smash for a second time. We've seen post drag twice. I think we've seen flanker drag twice. I know we've seen slants twice. So that gets its 2 check
Peyton
marks.
Manning under center. 2nd in the yard.
We got a sack, strip sack. Wow. So that was a trash play. Should we have just audibled out of that play? Is that how much of that is on us as a user because they're like manned up, like pressed up, and like how it has to break down, and then the pass pro here is that says Franklin. It says Clark. What happened to Ryan Clady? Was he still in the NFL? Was he hurt? Like, why is Ryan Clady out? Do I really have to adjust every fucking play depth chart in this game? Are you fucking kidding me?
Football in your hands, they are gonna.
Yeah, the Raiders get their field goal, whatever. Jesus. Every depth chart needs to be adjusted. Halfback inside.
Peyton Manning under center. 1st down and 10.
That was kind of trash.
Deck him in the backfield.
Gonna be honest. That was kind of trash. Let me also adjust my features here on the computer. That's our offensive line for us. Yeah, the way they were able to slip off as we got no quality blocks here. All 3 of the 4 defenders slip. They split a double team and they slip. Okay, that's fair.
Down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Post drag we've seen twice. Texas we've seen enough to cut it. Curl flat. Let's look at that a second time.
Pink on the field today and in the stands, as all of October we'll be seeing this for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. The Broncos still possess the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. After running it, it's second down.
Let's try to run it again because of the light box.
And the second quarter is underway.
And No-Show Moreno picks up a bunch of yards now to make up for that last run. So while one of them wasn't good, the other one could be good. And then let's try curl flat again. We had one success as Peyton threw it over the middle in that post.
We're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Third down now. Throwing out to his left. And that's a 2-yard.
Well, I mean, he completed it, and he's thrown it to different guys.
They're calling on the chain gang to come out.
So there's some value in that. Let's call play action fullback flat.
To no one's surprise, going to go for it here on 4th and short. Peyton Manning under center.
And oops, actually we got the first down. Let's go.
That's a good play that time by the offensive coordinator. 4th down try. He makes the right call, and they pick up.
Let's stay like that. Flanker drive. We're going to look at smash again soon. Like a second time. We're going to look at flanker drives a second time.
After that last run. Looking at every option.
I mean, he's got it. So flat's got a second thing. Like, we've got double looks on all of those. So why left twins? It's working. It's working. It's working. And now it's time to look at splitbacks, right? Pro. Here's our Texas play again. The box is light.
At the line for the first down after that completion. The play clock's running down. Moreno's got it on the
No-Show Moreno.
Now they'll be on the other side of 50 after this play.
Let's get a play action here. Play action slide. Second and short. They're not going to acknowledge it. So in order for the play action to work, we have to at least be able to actually run it. Like, be willing to run it. Oh, and they attacked us hard, and they got us. Let's go, defense. Give them credit. We were just, like, on our asses. Look at that. Peyton is like, I don't even want to see this. I can't look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Clady, everyone. Bro, look at this. Bro, that is 1 hour and 18 something minutes. There's your thumbnail, baby. Jesus. You have to see that. If you're listening, you've got to see it.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Dropping back 3. He'll fire it out to the left. They tackle him for a loss.
Losing yards on the slant. Didn't think that slant play was going to be so good. Split pro. Where's the regular box out play? Backs crosses.
Now coming to the line. Been a closely contested game so far. The score.
I'm going to take my notes. My slants. Like, he completed it, but I'm putting a little X. Like, that just wasn't very good. The fullback belly. We're going to put like a little X there. That got messed up.
7-3.
Box cross. Tighten the split so we have room to work with. Single high so we're willing to throw it. Drop back, hit our back foot, looking. Just hits the back on the cross. No-Show Moreno makes a tackle break. It works. It's a check mark. It works. Got the back all alone, out in motion, catching the ball, trying to break a tackle against this guy. Call him No-Show Moreno, but he's been showing up today, right? What about the rest of the routes? Like, okay, We beat the press out here by DT. Just slips off of his guy. Just completely says, "What are you doing, son? Get off me." And Peyton's like, "Oh, wow, I got DT all alone out here. Let me just not throw to him." But that's also because he's posting. His route just takes him right there. So even when you win, you're still losing there. The other thing is he doesn't see this comeback. That's the kind of stuff that it's like, Peyton, you had a deeper shot. You had the shots. You had the cover one look. You had the win. You really had like the win in multiple layers, and that's where you went, was to the backs. So I'm going to like kind of cross it out. I'm going to cross out backs cross. We're going to come back to it because I got a check mark. But I want to see the quarterback actually be able to hit that play. Now we're going to have to flip. And we're going to look at quick outs, and we're probably going to kill out of it. If they're up, okay, they're off the ball. They're off the ball, which means we have some space to work with. And that's kind of what we want, is the quick drop. And then he throws the quick out. Okay. One of the things Bill told us to do, Bill Walsh, is we shouldn't even be running this play like that because the quarterback is looking at it, and so he can stare it down and accidentally throw a pick six here. And while it technically works, we probably want to do like some kind of hot route or whatever, and then they're taking away this one, the backside one. So it's interesting. We're going to flip. Tight end, sail, F flat. So I'm going to pause here, make a note. Quick outs did work. Put my little check mark there. They're in single high, so we like this. The F sail, and we get sacked.
Well, you see it all the time.
So what do we do and do not like about that? Well, we don't like the fact that we got sacked, right? We hit our back step. We're trying to make a read. No one is obviously open, and while he's going to get open, we don't have the protection. So the play is slow to develop, if that makes sense. It's slow developing. We need protection. We cannot guarantee protection. I don't know if Peyton was going to see this and get it out there. We've got ourselves a 3rd and 12. And this is a perfect situation to call the draw. Not that we want to give up. But, you know, when you're in 3rd and long, obviously there's like pass plays that we can do. It's Texas time, baby. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's go, DT. DT for the TD. TD for DT. Let's go. That Texas was, what the hell? Put a little check mark there. Just a little one, so he didn't force it. That's one Texas play that actually worked. RIPTD to DT. Let's go, baby. He just slips by him. And Peyton just goes, wham. Just, okay, we're going to get this off. Wowzers. RIPDTTD, baby. Let's go. Let's just call halfback draw, see what hash we're on. We're on this hash.
Split backfield here.
They have a light box, so we're just going to pass this ball, and we're going to call the draw, bitch. And that was kind of trash. I think we're going to cut this draw. Not that one play ends everything, but you literally have a passing first down situation. You literally have an empty box. And you're getting, like, air quotes, everything you want. It looks like we're dropping back to throw. and then he like hides the ball like to the side, like whoop. I wonder if a flipped version of this would be a little bit better and like a little less wonky. But it's kind of funny, like, okay, we're gonna draw it back, and then he turns around to like hand it off. And I know the blocking makes a difference, but yeah, we just don't have anything.
Has the outside runs. That's his assignment, and he did it well. Takes on the tackle.
Let's try the tight end sail
Beats
left
his
flat
rear end up
again.
pretty good. It makes a tackle on the running back.
Decked out in a lot of
Do we
pink.
need the pass
We see
protection,
pink
or do we
throughout
have
the
nothing?
building. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Do
in
we
the
have something by
NFL.
sending our
Trying to
fullback
beat the
tight
play
end in
clock.
motion? And a second sack. So that's worth noting.
That's what all defensive coordinators.
Hits that last step. Peyton's not really throwing out there to the fullback, like towards the sideline to just get some yards and lose his yards. I think this sail needs to go. There it is. Tight end sail F flat.
Love to see they don't have to blitz, and one of their defensive
And this is
linemen
really
gets a
where
sack
we're going to call
without
that draw.
any blitzing.
Because it's like,
Bill, you look
it's
at the
third and a
Denver
mile.
Broncos, and you think about a team that was a #1 seed in the AFC playoffs last year, but had the all-time heartbreak at the end of that game against
Well, he can lead
Baltimore
through the
in
hole.
divisional round. When Jacoby Jones got behind the secondary, sent the game to overtime.
Usually just want to pick up some yards, maybe catch him off
You need a
balance, hitting with that draw, letting the clock run, maybe just get a slip through to a second layer, and you can steal some yards. But I'm not a fan of this draw.
or of course,
So let's go next play, change of possession. And they get on the board with a field goal. Okay. So let's pause it. We want to see Texas again slide. We want to see SS pressure and slants. Okay. Strong safety pressure. That's one we haven't done. Slants, strong safety pressure.
The Broncos will look to get set. It's been a close game so far. The score's 14-6.
Python.
First and 10. The throw
You
to the
gonna
left.
throw the ball?
He makes the catch.
I mean, does it work?
NFL,
Technically, yes.
They had all day to throw like this. When you give an average quarterback this kind of time,
Technically, yes, it worked. How long did that take to get open? And then gun it in there. Gun it in there. And launches that here to get like crushed.
into a great quarterback.
I guess we want to see Texas and slants again. So let's go with regular West Coast offense staple slants.
Come to the line. Of course, plenty of pink on the field today.
Let's see
and
that
the
fullback
stands,
belly
as all
that we got
October will be
obliterated on
celebrated
last
Breast
time.
Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL.
And I think this is a problem. I think we just saw it again. Everyone is getting through. There's something wrong with this play. I swear I've seen this before. Everyone's splitting, like the entire line is getting obliterated. The entire line. Look at that. Every single player. 100%. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That tells me with split backs, if fullback belly is trash, that kills the play action slide. We've crossed out backs cross. We've crossed out quick tight end sell out. Quick outs is not enough of a reason to keep all of this stuff. I gave an X to the original slants and the draw. The strong safety pressure took a long time to get open. There's no reason just for the Texas route. So you're done. And the next is split backs slot, folks. Split backs slot. And what are we looking at? Well, 2nd and 13. Can we just cut the yardage in half by calling a regular slants? Can we at least cut the
He's gonna
yardage
get
in
set
half?
into the slot for this snap. Second
Drop
and
back,
13.
boop, boop.
He'll
Yes,
fire
we
it out.
kind of can, and we can't catch
Good
it.
job by the linebacker. Just
I'm still
watching
going to
the
give it a
quarterback
check mark,
read
even
his
though it
eyes.
didn't physically
He made
work.
the move at the right time, and he knocked the pass
And now
down.
I'm going to go
Speaking of
with
Coach Fox, we
the
met
circle
with him as
routes,
we always
right?
do
Wide
on
receiver
Friday.
corners,
It's almost
because we can bring our receiver in. The other like little, not red flag, but the fact that we don't have any other inside breaking routes like this other than kind of slants, which it can kind of look like, is how it turns from slants into circle routes, right? Drops back. Wow, you have wide open targets and you just take the sack? You just take the sack. Just throw it. Like, you've got it wide open here. Whatever, I'm not going to completely trash it.
Players love him. He knows how to handle people.
Next play. Change of possession. Sacked for a loss, 4th and 20. Punt return, whatever. Yeah, by next play. McGloin, whatever. Next play, return by whatever. Okay. Okay. Got it. Slot
The
post.
Broncos come to the line in a tight game here in the second quarter. The score's 14-6. First and 10.
Drops back. Basically gets sacked. Again, give credit to the Raiders for their blitz. It's a good blitz. It's a good overload blitz for our drop back. Like, I'm not crossing it out. Halfback option.
Doing their part to spread breast cancer awareness this month in the
So
NFL.
this is a dagger play.
Plenty of pink on their uniforms today and throughout the stadium. Got a flag.
We
down
catch
here.
it.
Shrugs off
We
the
get
first down.
yards.
Tackle's going to be made.
We're stopping the
He's
clock
beyond the first down marker.
because of the penalty, right? Roughing the passer. Halfback option worked. We want to see Z option.
Penalty is declined. That last play will hold up.
Ah, there you go. So the circle routes, yeah, you do have that. That's nice. Okay, so you can keep them honest with that circle routes, the corners as well. Here, that's good. Hopefully this play works. Throwing it away? Throwing it away. I mean, I guess you want to turn this into a circle out route play. You have one-on-one, just launch it to DT, who's been, like, taking the game over. I guess? What are the options for Z option, but it doesn't look good? It's a throwaway. Z option did have that. So I'm putting like a little X, but I'm not crossing the play out completely. Slot cross.
Welker's a receiver in the slot.
Like a clear out and a backside drag.
2nd and 10. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
DT drops it, but it works.
Ball's incomplete.
Good
With a little
anticipation
check
that
mark,
time
but
by
it's
the
a little bit of a
defender.
hospital
He
ball.
gets to the receiver just as the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football.
I don't want the same plays on 3rd down, but I kind of do with the circle route.
The 44 is the first down line.
But it looks like this formation is really trying to live and die off of Z option and wide receiver corners and slants, like as a 3-play combination.
3rd down and 10. Scans the field.
And just the check down.
But the feet are not down.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the best play and that they can try to take it away. and they do take it away. They can take it away, and he can read it. Like, he can run the play, but I don't know if it's actually, like, a good play in and of itself. Right? You've got the high-lows. Like, it could be better if it's not, like, a third down play.
When receivers are running drag routes across the field, you got to have nice touch and accuracy on the football. That time
Wow, we don't have Super Sim on the list.
Throws it too far in front.
Why don't we have Super Sim? We don't have Super Sim? That's so weird. Cover the punt because it's a booth review. That's got to be it. 4th and 9. Oh, it's a catch. They didn't want me to be able to Super Sim the booth review. The punt, the change of possession, the next play, the next play. The next play, kickoff on Denver, whatever. T. Jones, change of possession. Blah, blah, blah. Touchback. Okay. By formation. Splitbacks. Z option to get no Texas again. Nope, we didn't want splitbacks normal. We wanted a different play. Lunch is ready?
First down coming
Yep.
up. They better hurry to get the snap. The quarterback will hand it off.
When you run off tackle,
Okay.
one of the things you're looking
Slot.
for is your tackle to
Flip.
make a good block, and then if you have a lead,
Slot Z out,
somebody
2nd and
can
5.
get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback.
We got
So you
Welker
go
with a
in
whip
between
route. We
them.
got Decker with a multi-option play. We've got the guys, our white receivers.
Second down and 5.
Dropping back. Making a throw into nowhere.
The defense got away with one that time. It wasn't a good play on their part. It was just bad timing by the quarterback and receiver.
That was trash.
Decked out in a lot
We're
of
gonna
pink.
try slants
We see
again.
pink throughout the building. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
You had choices. You drop back. We're getting pressure. And you don't throw it to Welker.
In the NFL, Welker's lined up.
What does it say? Drops up and passes. No.
3rd and 5. Looking for an open receiver.
Okay, slant works.
Was made, but first down is picked up.
Can we look at slot post again now?
Momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
Peyton Manning under center. Staying with the passing game on first down. Challenging the defenders to the right
I mean, we
side.
can hit it.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't
2nd
get
and
first down.
4. Flip. Let's go with this draw. We saw it of splitbacks normal. We didn't like the draw. Okay, they're boxed up to stop us, but then we're going to make them back up because it's a pass play. And then we're going to draw it up the middle. And this time to the fullback. Hey, that's better, huh? That's better. They don't see that coming, right?
That's a terrible read by the running back.
So we're going to give that one a little check mark. That draw works. That's why we practice this, right?
Short game, but it's all his
3rd
fault.
and 1.
He picked the
Slot
wrong
like
hole.
that.
Should've cut it back. He didn't.
There's
And
the
that's
draw.
Ryan's
There's the
tackle.
fullback dive, but it's not the fullback. It's the halfback, which is interesting because green is like that.
Welker's going to get set in the slot.
And then
for
we can
this
say
snap.
off tackle.
The play clock's running down. Green's taking the handoff. Good
And we can
side
Hulk
tackle.
this up.
Short of the first. And now we've got a fourth
Formation.
down situation.
Where is our I formation? Where is Hulk? Counterplay.
Fourth down, close to the first, so the offense stays on the field. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback.
And no Sean Marino.
At the 44.
Gets it.
Play call this time. They go
Split
for about 4
slot.
short, and they call the
Slot
right
Z
play,
out.
and they pick up the first down.
First time it was trashy.
The offense heads to the
Let's
line
go with the
for
fullback
the 7th
dive.
play of the drive. First down and 10. Green's gonna secure
Wow,
the
it's so
handoff.
terrible.
We've got an injured player on the field.
What is up with the single back fullback dives where no one can block? Like everyone just gets obliterated. Everyone just slip. What is up with that? Like, is it the game like intentionally like trying to keep the fullback dive from just being overpowered? So they just nuke it. And we're gonna try slot Z out for the second time. Didn't like the first one.
Second down and 9.
And a pick, yeah. You gonna 6 this, or is Welker gonna get you?
Bringing the play to an end.
Welker got you. Yeah, no, this is not good. Change of possession. Got in the end zone. Nuking that play. Halfback option. The fact that we don't have the runs means I'm already like wanting to nuke this formation completely.
In the slot.
At least I saw some decent stuff.
First and 10. The quarterback throws to
That's
the right.
it. That was your route, huh? That was your play, Peyton, okay? Drop back to throw. You've got dagger. And instead of throwing the dagger to DT, you throw that. Yeah, I think we're going to kill split back slot. Like slants and corners or whatever, that's just not enough stuff. But hey, out of today's like practice, we have at least been able, to our credit, to find near Y left twins. Okay, so we back out. Lunch is ready, so I'm going to have an opportunity to cut this off. Customize playbooks. Edit offense. Go to Shanahan. Go to My Playbooks. Go to Near Pro. Nuke it. Near Y left twins. Now there were plays that I cut. We're at 7. Do we add 2 plays? Do we cut 1 play? Now we're at 7. We probably want to cut the 1 play. And that 1 play that we're cutting is Texas. No, we have 9 plays. Rollout smash we didn't want. Snag we're willing to at least take a look at. That'll take us up here because I wanted to cut Texas because it was trash. Like, I like Texas in real life, but there you go. It gives us snag. That was it, right? The draw play, we didn't try the draw. We can at least try the draw. Oh, I don't remember. We didn't try to see if that was trash or not. We really didn't try to see if that was trash or not. I can try it out later. That was one problem we were running into. So I'm going to circle that. Because was the fullback dive bad? And then I added draw in place of Texas, which is not a direct replacement, but we liked all of the other plays so far. And we've got to continue to edit our playbook because we've got to get rid of all the split back stuff. So my playbook. Splitbacks. Cut everything. Cut everything. All right. Back up and save. Save playbook. We're at 340 plays. And I really want to try practice those two plays before we do anything else. 49ers, we don't care just because it's a draw and a fullback dive, so we don't care. Because I want to go to lunch, but I want to get these two plays in. Does the draw function, does the fullback dive just get blown up like all the other fullback dives? So near, Y left twins like that. Fullback dive, random play, left thumbstick. Ball over here. And no, we don't get at least blown up instantly, right? We can actually run the ball. Okay. And then draw. Read, slant, snag. Snag we can practice later. Oh yeah, I gotta add that snag. I'm gonna circle snag. Draw. Maybe we can just cut draw because that gives us an uneven number of plays or whatever. Yeah, I don't like how that splits out, so we can maybe just cancel draw. The animation is fine. We're not even threatening, like, to potentially pick up yards here. Yeah, I think we're going to cut draw. Okay. There are other situations that we can call draw plays, like the single back pump draw or whatever. So let's do it to it now. Those last little changes to go to lunch. No, why did it just jump over that? Near. Draw, remove, back out, save, save, yes. And physically turn the page on the copybook, turn it off, and say thank you so much for watching me practice. And I'll see you next time I go live.